Needles tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to accomplish the honeycomb stitch for the Amelia dress, which is done using Tunisian crochet. Now, Tunisian crochet is used with a crochet hook, however, we have a much longer hook. And the reason for this is instead of working up a couple of rows and then turning, we actually just do a forward and backward pass on the hook, and we collect all of our loops here, and then we just take them on and off as we work up our piece. I will insert some photos at the end of this tutorial so you can see what the honeycomb stitch can achieve, and the end result is pretty amazing once you get the hang of it. But the purpose of this tutorial is for anyone who wants to learn a new Tunisian stitch, or for anyone who is looking to make the Amelia dress and has no idea where to start. So I'm going to go slow, and this is going to be very beginner friendly. Alright, so when you are making the honeycomb pattern, it's very, very simple and easy. You're going to start just like you would your traditional crochet by making a slip knot. And you're going to cast on whatever number of stitches your pattern calls for. So let's just say 20, a good round number. So just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So far, it's very similar to crochet, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do for this next part is I'm going to zoom you in just so you can see. So for Tunisian, what we're going to do is in the second chain from the hook, so you see we have 1 and 2. In the second, what we're going to do is we're going to insert our hook, yarn over, and draw up a loop. And we're going to leave it on, and we're going to go into the next chain, insert, yarn over, draw up a loop, into the next one, yarn over, draw up a loop, insert, yarn over, draw up a loop. And you're going to do this all the way across. Just continue inserting that hook and drawing up a loop. Very, very simple and easy, not too technical. And I'm just going to keep going slowly so you can see. All right, so now that we have all of them on our hook, we're going to work backwards, and we're going to get back to where we're starting to begin working the actual honeycomb stitch pattern. And the way you do that is, and another thing too, I just want to add in, some people hold the Tunisian hook down here. I feel like it puts a different sort of tension on my hand, so you'll often see me still holding it up here with a lot of tail in the back, but that's totally a preference. So if you're ever wondering, how do I hold this thing? Just kind of play around and see what works for you. All right, so the way that we come back across is we're going to yarn over and we're going to pull through that first loop, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, 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 yarn over, pull through 2. And it does help if you just kind of keep your stitches all together here up at the top. You just keep yarning over and pulling through 2 loops at a time. And you do this all the way across. All right, so now you can see we've got these vertical bars going across, and you're going to see the significance of that in just a bit. But for now, we don't take this hook off, or I'm sorry, loop off of our hook. We leave that hanging on there. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to leave our yarn in the back, and we're going to insert our hook behind this vertical bar. Then we're going to yarn over and draw up a loop, and we're going to leave that there. Then we're going to bring the yarn to the front. We're going to insert our hook into the next vertical bar. Then we're going to take the yarn and wrap it around and pull through that loop. Okay, now I'm going to go slowly. So the next one is insert, yarn over, pull through, bring the yarn to the front, insert into the next vertical bar, bring your yarn back and wrap it around like a yarn over. Okay, and so this stitch is called the Tunisian simple stitch. You just work it like that. And the next stitch is called the Tunisian purl stitch. So you bring your yarn in the front, insert, and then wrap it around just like that. So Tunisian simple stitch and a Tunisian purl stitch, just like that. Tunisian simple stitch and a Tunisian purl stitch. Now when you get to the very end, you're not going to have a vertical bar necessarily, but you always want to end your row with a Tunisian simple stitch no matter what. So even if the stitch right in front of this last one is a simple Tunisian, you still do a simple Tunisian for the last row always, because that's your end row. So now we're going to work our way back across, and it's the same thing I showed you. You yarn over, you pull through 1, okay, then you yarn over, pull through 2, 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 and just keep doing that, and the yarn over and pulling through 2 loops at a time all the way across. All right, so as you can see, let's see if we can see this just a wee bit better. Adjust my lighting a little bit. All right, so as you can see, we have kind of a mix of a vertical. See how there's these two, it looks like 2 bars together. So that is an indicator that we need to have our yarn in the front. So we need to do a Tunisian purl stitch. And then this one, see how there's not really a bar below it? That one would be a Tunisian simple stitch. And then the next one, see how there's 2 bars? That means Tunisian purl. The next one, Tunisian simple, because there's nothing underneath it. And then Tunisian purl, Tunisian simple, Tunisian purl. So let's do this row together. For Tunisian purl, remember, you bring your yarn to the front, you insert underneath that top vertical bar, wrap it around, and pull through. Now the next one is Tunisian simple, because there's no bar underneath it, like that. The next one is Tunisian purl. Tunisian simple into the next one, Tunisian purl into the next one, Tunisian simple, Tunisian purl, Tunisian simple, Tunisian purl, simple, purl, simple, purl, simple, purl, simple, purl, simple, and then in our last stitch, a simple. Okay, so as you can see, we're starting a little bit to get that honeycomb look, but let's do another few passes and you can see it a little bit better. So remember, on this row, as we're working backwards, we're going to yarn over and we pull through just the first loop, then we yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and just keep doing that. Yarn over, pull through 2. All the way across. Oops. And that clicking you're hearing is hitting against it. All right, so as you can see, it's kind of coming together a bit more. See how you've got the little brackets, the little knobs, and then the lines where the honeycomb is. So let's do one more row together. So if we look here, we see there's not really a vertical bar down below. So we know that one is going to be a simple. And then the next one, see how there's a bar and a bar? We know that one's going to be a purl. Next one is simple. And then purl. Simple. Purl. Simple. Purl. Simple. Purl. Simple. Purl. And I'll do these last ones more slowly. There's a simple. The next one is a purl. Bring your yarn to the front. Insert your hook. Wrap it around like so. And always end with a simple in the last one. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pretend like we're closing off our work. And the way that we would do this is we're just basically going to slip stitch like we have been doing. So all you're going to do is that yarn over and then slip stitch those two. It's basically what it is. All the way across. And see, look, this is a perfect example. If we mess up a little bit, that's okay. It's actually kind of easy to fix. So we'll yarn over and we'll pull through those two. Yarn over, pull through two. Yarn over, pull through two. Yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, and just remember that's what you keep doing the whole way across. So we did that, and then for the finishing row, this is how it works. You're going to act like you're getting ready to set your row up for the Tunisian stuff. So obviously you would do a purl there because you got the two bars, but we're going to do it slightly different. So you bring your yarn to the front, you're going to insert it underneath that bar, wrap your yarn, but instead of leaving it on the hook, we're going to pull through both of those. So the next one is a simple. So we're going to insert, yarn over, and pull through both. Yarn in the front to do the purl, insert, and pull through both. So we're slip stitching these stitches. You're going to do a simple yarn over, pull through both. So we're closing off our work. Yarn over, doing a purl, wrap it, and pulling through both. And what you're doing is, like I said, so normally all of these stitches would be collected right here on our hook, but because we're kind of closing the work, all of that is being closed, and so now we're maintaining only one loop on the hook the whole time as we're closing up the work. So you just be sure that instead of leaving those stitches on the hook, actually slip stitching so as to close those stitches, and you never have more than one stitch, or loop rather, hanging out on your hook. And at this point, you would snip your yarn and you would be done and good to go. So real quick, I'm going to zoom you out just for a second. So as you can see from this swatch, it's got some good stretch to it, but not so much that it's totally see-through. So if you are watching this right now in October 2018, you will find the Amelia dress pattern linked down below. And for anyone that is watching in the future, you will find other patterns that I have designed using the Tunisian honeycomb stitch linked down below as well. Now, a couple of things that I want to make mention of. When you're doing a pattern for Tunisian crochet, well, I'll speak directly to my patterns. When you're doing one of the yarn hook needle patterns, when it says to chain, let's say 54, at any given time you've got all those loops on the hook, you should have as many as you were told to chain. So like I said, if you were told to chain 54, when you have all the loops on the hook when you're down at the end, you should have 54 loops there. So that is one way to be able to tell, are you increasing, are you decreasing, especially as you're getting ready to work it up. And I would recommend too that if you've never done Tunisian crochet before, that you work yourself up a small swatch so you can get an idea and a feel for how you grab those vertical bars and the wrapping part of it as well. This also is the Lion Brand ZZ Twist yarn, and as you can tell, let me see if I can turn you just a bit. As you can tell, it has great texture. You can see that twist right there, and it's got a good bounce to it. And what I like is that it doesn't have any pilling in it, so it's very sturdy for garment design. So please like this video and subscribe, share it for anybody who has talked about wanting to try Tunisian crochet and is looking for a good pattern. And I do appreciate your feedback on the videos to let me know how I can improve and make things better. I know one complaint I will likely get is the yarn was a little too dark. But again, I'm still working to improve and make things better, so I appreciate any of the feedback you get, negative or positive. I can always grow and learn. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.